Hey, look at that little video of Dylan Mulvaney at the Tonys and briefly interacts with a cereal mascot whose name is the same thing as the award that they're giving away. And then that's it. The world chuckles a little bit and moves on. Or not, because we live in 2023. Did you know that people are outraged by what they just saw in that video? See, the longtime Frosted Flakes mascot of Tony the Tiger was at the Tony Awards, made some friends. One of them happened to be Dylan Mulvaney. And what the Tiger might not have known is that if you exist within a country mile of Dylan Mulvaney without projectile vomiting towards her, then you've gone woke and you need to go broke. They're actually frustrated by this. We're gonna jump ahead to graphic 5. This is a message by someone named Joey Manarino. That doesn't matter. What also doesn't matter is literally anything that's there. What I want you to do is look at the length of the message. That is all that matters. That is about a person who is freaked out about Tony the Tiger posing for a photo with a human being who has done nothing wrong and is now freaked out performatively about cereal or something. But you're gonna have to do better than that. Was it Joey? It's Joey, I don't care. You're gonna have to do better than that, whoever you are, because Rob Smith is even more freaked out. Rob Smith is saying that Dylan Mulvaney's controversial. You're just saying that she's controversial. She's not objectively controversial. Rex Hupke though, Hupke had a little bit of fun with it, saying this does not bode well for the popular right-wing breakfast tradition of pouring Bud Light into a bowl of Frosted Flakes. So that's having fun with it, but some of them are dead serious. Yeah. Cab Click says, keep that freak away from the kids. Although admittedly, that message is not necessarily about Dylan Mulvaney. It might be about the grown person in the tiger costume. And David Nelson says, don't be a frosted flake. See, they're outraged, but they're also having fun with it, which implies that they're not actually outraged. It implies that the whole thing is performative. But Viviana, what do you think?
Wait till they find out that it's a woman in the Tony the Tiger costume. Then they're really gonna blow their minds. And I have to just say that Dylan looked absolutely beautiful. It's something that they want to wake up and be mad about something. Okay, be mad about Tony the Tiger. I think it's Tony spelled with an I. And there's a woman in there or a man. We don't know. You'll never know, guys. And then what are you gonna be mad about now?
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, you can't eat the cereal, guys. It's woke, I suppose, because the mascot briefly interacted with a person. And you can't drink the Bud Light, and you can't go to Target, and you can't, I don't know, something new, something tomorrow that you don't yet know you're supposed to be outraged about. You're gonna be outraged about it. And then because they went woke, they will then go broke. And that will be it forever for that business. Maybe not.
I don't know, Frosted Flakes are pretty good.
But I've been checking in on Anheuser-Busch, and here's the thing. Anheuser-Busch has gained like $8 to its stock price since the lowest that it hit. And if we can bring up this chart, that doesn't necessarily look great for Anheuser-Busch. It had been up and then it went down. But those charts are also sometimes a little bit deceiving, because that point that it's at right now is the exact point that it was out in early to mid-February before this entire thing happened, around 58 and a half bucks to the stock price. So it had gone up prior to the boycotts for some reason, and then went down, and now it's back to where it was at in mid-February. And theoretically could still go up for the next week or two. And by the way, Target's a little bit newer, that wasn't as long of a boycott, but if you bring up this, Target took a dive too, and it's also gained like $6 since the lowest point in just a couple of days. So I don't know, I'm not saying that it didn't do anything long-term or whatever, but at a certain point, what they want is the performative outrage. What they do not want is to have to remember for the rest of their life an ever-expanding group of brands and people and all this stuff that they have to remember. That's too much. So they do it for a week or two, and then they just go back to their lives or whatever. They eventually become reasonable.
You can't keep the conservative mommy bloggers out of Target, and you can't stop the conservative bros from drinking Bud Light.
Someday they'll be back to it. And they'll wish that they hadn't blown them up with grenade launchers. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.